Welcome back to our channel.
What's up, y'all?
It's your girl Forever Mamu and your boy Sareva. Together we are Mamu Go, and we are bringing the show. Yo.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Welcome back. We here.
We missed you.
We miss you a lot.
So, update. Quarantine. We are now in month dos.
Which is crazy. We really been 2 months into this, like completely normal. Now we just living life like this. This is
my work from home was just extended to June 15th.
Yeah.
Which is 7 days, a week from my birthday. I don't really like the idea that my birthday is just going to consist of a Zoom party. However, my friend Milen, shout out to Milen, she put me on, she found this like spot in Antioch and you can rent out jet skis and like be on the lake with a boat and whatnot. So that might be my birthday, just me and Ugo on jet skis, because realistically that might be the best I can do.
Yeah,
so.
And hopefully this time I don't fall off.
Yeah.
Because last time I was on a jet ski, I almost died. Kinda.
Insert clip here. Yeah, so as you saw, he almost lost his life.
Yo, and shout out to everybody who has a birthday during this quarantine. I feel for y'all. No bottle service, no travels, no nothing. So,
I was supposed to meet in Mexico.
Tough. It's tough. It's tough out here. But we all in this together. You know
We're all in this together.
So what are we talking about today? Oh.
Y'all ready for me to win?
Come on.
Let's get it. Ooh yeah, ooh ah da da da, ru ru sha, fo fo pie, bro si.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
you won 1 out of 2.
All right, relax.
Okay,
relax. All right, so basically today we're going to talk about. So today we're talking about basically how I got engaged to this human being sitting next to me. The whole story. I'm not gonna give the whole story. Just kind of like the best parts of it.
We're gonna give you the engagement story.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
I mean,
a lot of you have asked, and we want to share. So I feel like most of the story is going to be you telling the story, because obviously I wasn't privy to. I mean, okay. I'll start. You're in the middle. Then we end. Now here's how. This is why I'm starting. So for me, I already had a Pinterest board with what I wanted my ring to look like. And so once we started having conversations about like next steps, and like he let me know like a time frame. It was like a 6-month window of like, I'm probably going to propose somewhere in there. I gave him my ring information. And I think the most hands-on thing that we did together, and then the rest of it, he's just going to take it off. We went to, it was, there was a ring store right down the street from our old apartment. And so we went there to get sized. And that's about it. Like, as far as everything else, I knew nothing. All I knew was that he knew the size of my ring, and that he knew the cut, color, all of that I wanted. I told him what I wanted the ring to look like, but I also told him the environment that I wanted to be in.
She gave me a few ideas on what kind of ring she does like. She gave me a few ideas of the kind of cut. She doesn't know a whole bunch about like rings like that. She just gave me like a little Pinterest board. So I kind of had an idea of what she liked, right? So moving forward, I was like, all right, I just got to figure out where I'm going to do it, what kind of ring I'm going to get. Do I have enough money to, to buy the ring now or later? How do I like finance it if I have to? All of that. Luckily for me, she's not like super materialistic or nothing like that. If it's something she likes, she's gonna rock with it. So that was kind of like the cool thing right there. One of her friends, Cliche, decided to put me on game and was like, yo, there's this show called Little Women of Atlanta.
One of the Little Women.
Little Women of somewhere. where there's like a proposal. There's like an episode where somebody gets proposed to and it's like beautiful, blah blah blah. So she's like, "Yo, watch this episode, right?" Now, I hate reality TV. I don't watch that. It's just stupid to me, right? Cliche had me watching Little Women of Wherever, like on the bus, like to figure out what I'm gonna do, and I'm looking crazy watching this stuff, bro. Like, I'm on public transportation watching little people get married on reality TV. What do I look like doing that? I look crazy, right? And to make things worse, she sent me the wrong episodes. So I'm watching like 2-3 episodes trying to figure out which one.
It wasn't 2 or 3.
It was. It definitely was. I got the text messages.
Okay.
So shout out to Cliche. Now let me talk about the ring, picking up the ring. I had to do hella research on figuring out what kind of like ring you would like. Even though you gave me ideas, it was still hard because there's so many different factors, like the cut of it, the clarity, like, and it's all like you gotta balance it all out. It's a lot. Anybody who wants to go buy a diamond ring, good luck to you, because it's a whole lot of research you gotta do. And I basically came down to 2 options that I really liked, and I ended up picking one of them up. I want to say like a week, not even a week, probably like a few days before we were supposed to go to France, which is where I was going to propose, right? So I got the ring just in time for the trip. The ring looked good. I'm hyped. Now I got to figure out, where do I hide it? I had to hide the box inside my backpack. I was smart enough to know she's not going to look in this specific pocket, right? So I'm going to put it here. And if there's any reason that she needs to go through my backpack, I'm going to just be like, yo, it's cool, I got it, right? Without being hot about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, making the block a lot.
Yeah.
No. I'll look.
I had this whole plan. And unfortunately, it didn't go as planned, but it still kind of worked out. So the game plan was to propose at Les Deux Plateaux. It's like in downtown Paris. Super dope spot if you ever want to go, right? I had that as my place to do it, and I had a photographer. Her sister actually recommended the photographer to me. He's like super nice. I reached out to him. He was down to do the photography and the videography, all of that. So I'm like, bet, everything's coming together. We decent. But unfortunately, things just didn't really go the way I wanted it to. Our schedules kept on clashing. So we had a set date, and then he had something going on, we had something going on, like her parents wanted us to do things, so we couldn't do it when I wanted to do it.
Because like for us, when we go to France, I mean, y'all know, whether you have visiting family in the States or family out of, or wherever, like when you have plans specifically that involved you going to a place where your family and friends are, plans don't really exist.
Yeah.
In the sense that like, yeah, ideally we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, whatever. But once you get to the location, this idea might come up and this person might say, oh, actually no, like, can we do dinner at my house on this day? Like, you kind of have to be flexible.
If it was just us two, it wouldn't have been a big deal. We probably would have got it done when I wanted to get it done. But because we went with her parents, and her parents had their own agendas, she's got family that want to see her, and things got to move around. Like she said, there's weather, all of that stuff. So, long story short, I had a photographer and I had the date. That's no longer a thing. My photographer said he could no longer do it because he had, stuff going on. And the date that I was supposed to do it is no longer a thing. So I'm like, all right, I got to get a new photographer, and I got to figure out how I'm going to kind of finesse her to get to where I want her to go. So basically, the photographer recommended another friend to me saying like, hey, she's good. She can take the pictures. She can take the videos, whatever that you need. So I'm like, okay, whatever, man. It's short notice. I'm desperate at this point. I just need somebody to do what I need to do, right? I get to the spot in downtown Paris. I take her to a cafe that's really, really close to the spot that I'm going to do the proposal. And I'm texting the photographer, the new photographer. I'm like, hey, this is a surprise. I'm doing a proposal. So I need you to do 2 things. I need you to not be close around us. Just act natural. Act like you're taking pictures elsewhere and around us. And when I give you the signal, the signal is me proposing, obviously. I need you to start taking pictures. Take videos, whatever you need to do. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was like a lack of, maybe she didn't understand what I was trying to tell her, but she walked.
Language barrier. She didn't really speak English that great, so that might have been that.
I guess, yeah. But she walked into the cafe. Literally, she walked into the cafe that me and her were sitting at and said, "Hi, I'm the photographer that you hired."
Before this trip, he had just bought a new camera, and he was like, you know, there's this place. He had been telling me from the beginning of the trip, there's this place I want to go to. It's really great for pictures. Really dope photo op, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. As we're getting closer to it, he's like, on the day of having to get there, he's kind of like rushing me. Like, we have to get there by 3. We have to get there by 3. So now at this point, I'm on high alert. Or whatever time it was. But at this point, I'm on high alert, obviously, because I'm like, if we are taking the pictures, why are you rushing me? Like, does it matter? So now I'm thinking, it might happen. But whatever. I'm not trying to think about it because I don't want to get my hopes up. We get there. We're taking pictures. Y'all, it's the top of December, so it's cold as it's cold. So me and him are doing like our own pictures, and I'm freezing. And I'm like, can we just take a moment, get some hot chocolate, and then we'll come back and start up again. So we go to this cafe, and like he just said, we're eating whatever, whatever. And I see a girl in my peripheral, and I'm just like, what is happening? I'm like, are we at her table? But it's like a huge restaurant with like nobody else there. So I'm like, why is she talking to us? And she's like, hi, I'm your photographer for the day. And I'm like,
I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed because I was like, yo, I laid out the plan for you, and you just killing me. You killing me right now.
So I like look at her, and I'm like,
yeah, I had to think so fast. I'm like, all right, how am I going to make up? What lie am I going to make up to kind of like cover up my bases?
He basically told me that his photographer homie told him to link up with this girl, and she's going to show him like some tips and tricks on taking pictures, which I'm like, okay, sounds about right. Cool.
That was the excuse I came up with. It worked. And then, you know, I said, all right, well, it's better now than never. So I took her out back to the plateau. And the rest is history. I popped the question. Well, I basically took a little bit more pictures, and then I popped the question. And we got pictures, obviously. It went pretty well. It could have been a lot worse, to be honest. Could have been a lot worse. But that goes to show you, no matter how much you plan, you need like 3 backup plans. Oh, and she had an allergic reaction the night before.
So
was that the night before or 2 days before?
No, it was the night before.
The night before the proposal. Damn.
Y'all see my face right here? That's what I looked like the night before. So the night before the proposal, we went to Paris. So we're staying at my uncle's house in kind of like in Montgeron, which is like an hour out of Paris on the bus. So we stayed in Paris the night before because we were going to go out with my cousins, ended up not going, but we stayed at a hotel. The next morning we grabbed some breakfast, and then next thing I know, my face, y'all saw the picture.
It was like crazy.
So the craziest part, and thank you for remembering the allergic reaction, everyone who now looking back at it knew that I was getting proposed to the next day was freaking out. And to me, I'm just like, y'all, it's not that serious. Like my cousin, my sister, my best friend, my dad, who he's spiritual, but he doesn't necessarily like pray to God. Before I went to bed that night, he was like, okay, I'm praying for you. And I said, what?
My anxiety was so high because I'm like, all right, I guess I could just wait till we get back home to propose, because clearly I'm not going to propose to you like this. Like, you look nuts.
I will say that for me, when the photographer came in there and she said that, I was like, and he gave his excuse, and I was like, okay. Again, I didn't want to get my hopes up, so I'm like, sure, let's just go with it. Whatevs. And he goes, we're taking pictures, and he goes, he's posing me now. And now he has my back to him. And we're posing, so I thought. And then he goes, wait, can I ask you a question? And I'm sure it happened, it was like 0.2 seconds. But for me, it felt like 15 seconds before I turned around. Because he said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I was like, oh my God, this is happening. He's about to propose. He's about to propose. He's about to propose. Oh shit if he doesn't. Oh shit if he doesn't. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. If he doesn't propose, don't be mad. And so I was literally turning in slow motion. And then I looked and he was down on one knee and I was like, yes! Let's go! And I kid you not, I've asked him to this day, like, so you said more than will you marry me? Because when I tell y'all, all I heard was, can I ask you a question? Will you marry me? You have to say yes or no. That's all I heard. Apparently there was a speech. I didn't hear it.
It wasn't like a long ass speech or nothing like that because it was cold. I gave her like a quick like 4 bars.
I don't remember any of the bars.
Asked the question, and then that was it. I mean, simple.
And now we here.
So that's the end of the story. I mean, pretty much after that what did we do after that?
We went back to the restaurant.
No, we had like a little photo shoot.
Oh, we had the photo shoot, a proper photo shoot.
Right.
We went back to the restaurant and did mimosas.
Did mimosas.
I
called a bunch of people.
Hella people. And then we went to dinner with mom, dad, and my bio dad.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was it. I mean, because we posted a picture, I want to say like maybe 15, 20 minutes later of you in the ring. And then Instagram started like blowing up.
Yeah.
Like everybody was hitting your phone. Like it was like overwhelming for real, for real.
It was. And everyone was like reposting us on their stories. So shout out to everyone. Like the love felt like wow. Y'all love us. That's cute.
It was lit. It was lit. And then the celebrations was cool too. Like we had
went to back home.
Yeah, we went
to
back
your parents' house.
Yeah.
And then we had the engagement party.
Yeah. Everything was dope. Everything was dope. Shout out to everybody who like
showed love.
Yeah, showed love, man. That was crazy. It was a lot of I was glad when it was all over. Like that was, I wouldn't say it was like super duper stressful, but it was stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine you looking at my face when my mouth swelled up and was like being like, well, guess I ain't proposing.
No, I thought that was a sign from God. I was like, all right, look, man, the photographer left. It's raining.
She looks like that.
She looked like that. Like her face looked crazy right now. Like it was a lot. That's all we got, really. That's our whole story. I mean,
that's it.
We still working on getting married. We basically married as it is now, but like, you know, this quarantine. If it wasn't for this quarantine, we would have been married already. Pretty much.
Hey, let me know when SF courthouse open up, cause
yeah,
I'm gonna pull up. Any last minute words?
Nah, I think we said it all.
My last minute words is that I learned how to do twists with the rubber band technique, and that they're not perfect. My parts are a little crazy, but I did this hair myself, and I'm very proud of myself. So that is my last word. That I am going to be a beautician after the quarantine is over.
I think. All right, so that's what we got. I gotta go eat some dinner, watch this Jordan doc, and
Insecure.
Yeah, all that. Oh yeah, we got good at shows. Sunday's like the best day of the week now.
Yeah. So thank you for watching with us. Nope, that's not it. Okay. So thank you for watching The Mom Who Go. No, I don't know what to do. We're gonna leave now.
Oh my.